Greetings in the name of Jesus. This is Pastor Emina. We are going to talk about how Jesus fed 5,000 people. We are talking about 5,000 people. How much are you going to spend for food? How much are you going to spend for drinks? But Jesus managed because He is the King of Kings. Let's continue. One of the most beloved miracles in the Bible is the story of Jesus feeds thousands with just a few loaves of bread and a couple of fish. This act of divine compassion wasn't just about food. It was divine compassion from God. It was about God's abundance provision, faith, and the power of gratitude. Yes. The story begins in Matthew 14, verses 13 to 21. Jesus has just heard of John the Baptist's death and withdrew to a solitary place. But when the crowds heard, they followed him on foot from the towns, not with chariots, not with cars, not with train, not with anything, but with food. Yeah. Matthew chapter 14, verse 14. When Jesus landed and saw a large crowd, he had compassion on them, yes, and healed their sick. This is what I like about Jesus. He doesn't provide only, he heals by the power from above, from God, his Father. Even in his own grief, Jesus saw the needs of the people and responded with love and healing. Just imagine. He's crying on the other side. He's taking care of us as human beings by giving food and fish and healing. On top of that, this is Jesus for you. The problem, no food. People are hungry. As the evening approached, the disciples grew concerned. There were over 5,000 men, not counting women and children, and they were in a remote place where there is no shop, no tuck shop, no McDonald's, no Kentucky shop, no supermarkets. They were in a remote area. Matthew chapter 14, verse 15. As evening approached, the disciples came to him, to Jesus, and said, "This is a remote place and it's already getting late. Send the crowds away, yes, so that they can go home, cook the meal and eat." That was a brilliant idea, but that was not in Jesus' mind. Listen further, just stay tuned. So they can go to the villages and buy themselves some food. But Jesus had a different plan, a divine lesson in trust and abundance. Just listen. Jesus asked what food is available among these people. He just asked, who has something to eat there? The boy offered his lunch. Yes, the boy, a small boy. Here is a boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish. But how far will they go among so many people? Just imagine. How far will they go with so many people? More than 5,000 people. This is a crowd. It seems impossible, but where man sees lack, God sees opportunity. I like this sentence. Jesus took the humble offering and prepared to reveal the glory of God. How Jesus. Let's read Matthew chapter 14, verses 18 to 19. Jesus said, "Bring them here to me." And he directed the people to sit down on the grass because that was a remote area. He took 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to heaven, he gave thanks and broke the loaves. Jesus trust God. Jesus blessed the food. People sitting expectantly. From the small meal, food multiplied. I love this. Food multiplied. And Jesus fed over 5,000 men, plus women and children. Everyone ate until they were satisfied. This is Jesus for you. Let's read Matthew chapter 14, verse 20. After eating, disciples picked up 12 baskets full of broken pieces. That they were left over. Ama leftovers lao. Not only was there enough, there was more than enough. A power picture of how God provides abundantly. When we give what we have to Him, He will multiply. Yes. Oh, crowd was amazed. Jesus smiling at people eating. That was very good. And baskets full of leftovers. That was very good. Yeah. Not only was there enough, there was more than enough. A powerful picture of how God provides abundantly. Oh, Jesus. This miracle wasn't just about feeding people or feeding stomach. It was a sign pointing to Jesus as the bread of life. Wow. A bread of life, Jesus. Let's read John chapter 6, verse 35. Then Jesus declared, "I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty." When we trust Jesus with our little, He can turn it into something. I always read this passage when I'm talking or maybe motivating people to give at church. He can turn it into something miraculous, that small thing. So, whether you feel like you don't have enough or that your offering is too small, remember this. In the hands of Jesus, nothing is ever wasted. He is still the God of miracle. Yes, He is still the God of miracle. Wow, this is very powerful. Thanks for watching. If this message blessed you, like, share, and comment, and subscribe for more Bible verses and chapters, and for more stories that build your faith. This type of story builds our faith. Thank you very much and God bless you. Bye.